Everybody's going for...
What?
Everybody's going for exactly the same score.
No, that wasn't pre-done.
No, that wasn't pre-done.
That was a guess.
No.
By the way, don't footballers just love to come out with cliches about...
Obviously.
You know, dangerous, you know, when a team are out of form, they can be dangerous. There's nothing about this Man United team at the moment that says dangerous. Now, they might roll their sleeves up and knuckle down and put in something of a good defensive performance. I'm not suggesting Bayern Munich are the real deal, because they certainly haven't been at the start of the season, and they were not great against Leverkusen on Friday. But they're better than Man United. Man United have been so poor, and I'm intrigued to know what he's going to do tactically, because he's blamed everything. You know, we've talked about this.
What would you do,
Erik? Well, it depends who's available.
Right.
I mean, he's not going to all of a sudden... I know Kieran discussed yesterday going to a back five.
Yeah.
That's not going to happen. It depends who's available. They've been really weak in the middle of the park.
Right, here's everyone that isn't available.
Yeah.
That's a lot of players.
Yep. Good luck, guys.
Yeah, but then you could probably put on paper, you could probably put a decent 11 out. Look, the manager has to start taking some responsibility for the way that he sets his team up. Whether he's got injuries, suspensions, and people not available or not. He can't keep using excuses about finances, about referees, all the things that he's used at the start of this season. I haven't really heard them this year or this season come out and said, you know what, I'm taking some of the blame for this. It's been, even talking about Brighton spending, talking about all the decisions that's gone against them, whilst ignoring the complete obvious ones that have gone for them, not addressing the middle of the park. There's been so many things from Man United. It'll go one or two ways in this game. They'll either, for me, hunker down and have a backs to the wall and get something, or they'll get absolutely smashed.
Right.
They were so open at the weekend against Brighton, it was embarrassing. They were so open against Wolves, it was embarrassing. The same at Tottenham in the second half. This is a theme for this Man United team this season, and this is a big, big game for Ten Hag, because if it becomes an embarrassing scoreline, there's going to be even more questions about how he's approaching these games.
Frank, can you give Manchester United fans any hope going into this?
No. Well, maybe the fact that Bayern is not ready right now to be the best. We all agree that Manchester City is the favorite, and maybe Bayern Munich is just behind. But it's not the Bayern Munich that we are expecting to see. So therefore, we are at the beginning of the season. Again, they didn't do that well on the big game against Bayer Leverkusen, maybe because of the talent of the Leverkusen players, but they didn't show the quality and the leadership that we are expecting from a team like that. So maybe there is something to do in the first game of the Champions League for Manchester United, even if we have lots of doubts about that.
It's a chance, though, for Bayern Munich to put in a statement performance, which they haven't really done under Thomas Tuchel yet. They won the title last year by default, obviously out of the Champions League last year. And I know Manchester United got all their problems at the moment. Perfect. Go in there, show everyone in Europe what you've got.
And I think the most important part about Manchester United struggling right now, and it's something that Craig just alluded to, they're struggling through the midfield. If there is an area in which Bayern Munich has been struggling, has been there in the midfield. So much so that Thomas Tuchel has been very vocal about the fact that we needed more guys. I wanted more guys. I wanted Palhinha here. Well, Palhinha is not here. He's not coming. And so you make do with what you have. And when I say make do, you're talking about international players of the caliber of Joshua Kimmich and Leon Goretzka. We're not pulling just guys from the streets and put them in the midfield for Bayern Munich. And so I think there's an opportunity here for Bayern Munich to make a statement, for that midfield to make a statement, and then the attacking players, they have to be able to make a difference for this team. If Leroy Sané is not going to help you defend, he's going to have to be an impactful player in the final third. If Serge Gnabry is not going to help you defend, he's going to have to be an impactful player. You need that sort of productivity. This team will put a lot of pressure on Manchester United. They're not going to get exposed through the midfield. They're not going to be as open as they were against Leverkusen, because Manchester United doesn't quite have the same attacking threat in the attack that Leverkusen posed on Friday. I think this is, as you just mentioned, not only an opportunity, but I think it's a requirement for Bayern Munich to make a statement and win this game and be dominant.